Hey gang, it's JC, and this is the Daily Dose for Tuesday, October 4th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Great television archives up top, our eye candy feature right below, and our rock and roll poll question over in the corner. Should the Rams be thinking about replacing Steve Spagnuolo? And a whopping 42% of you said no. These were deep problems in the organization, and it's going to take more time than this to turn things around. 42% of you. Another 37% of you said no, it's way too early for the Rams to be thinking about replacing him, but it's getting close. And only 21% of you said he obviously wasn't the answer to the team's problem. So I'm very proud of you, St. Louis, because I think that's the right answer. This team was so screwed up. And you just can't keep, changing guys, bringing them in, changing them, bringing them in, changing them. That's how you get nowhere real fast. So, I don't know. We'll see. I will tell you, though, that last weekend was the first weekend where I started to say to myself, I wonder if this is the answer to the problem. So let's see what happens here. Anyhow, yesterday, right in the middle of our show on the Big 550 KTRS, where Trish Gazelle and I reside every day, we'll get to our Cardinal plans here in just a couple of seconds. Right in the middle of the show, we had the announcement on the Amanda Knox verdict. So what is your take on this Amanda Knox thing? A, I'm happy because I don't think she did it. B, she got away with murder. C, I couldn't have cared less about this chick. Or D, I look forward to see her being interviewed by Barbara Walters, then seeing her naked in Playboy. Those are your four choices. Please answer over in the corner. All right, so where are we here today? We are sitting pretty, I think, to be playing against the team that a lot of people thought was going to run away with the whole thing, and to have come out of it one game apiece. Now you come back to St. Louis, where if you win today, you're in a position to clinch tomorrow in front of your home fans. And I know we're jumping way ahead here, but, sometimes, when they talk about that home field advantage in that best of five series, sometimes I'm not sure that, I just like where the Cardinals are right now. And again, I've heard other broadcasters say this and other fans say this, and I'm going to sort of jump on the bandwagon here. We expected nothing. The stadium was half empty, three-quarters empty. I was at a Mets game 2 weeks ago, and there was nobody in the place. So the fans sort of gave up, and the only people who didn't give up was the team and Tony. And, there was no buildup of any kind to this whole thing. It was sort of like, all right, the season basically ended during that Chicago weekend series back in late August. People stopped going to the games. People stopped watching the games. It was just sort of like, we're out of it. And the next thing you know, we're in it. And the next thing you know, we're 1-1 against the Philadelphia Phillies. And we're back home. And it's like, what? So there was like almost no buildup in this whole thing. It's just suddenly here. And I think the place will be rocking this afternoon. But man, this was like a strange year, a strange run-up to the playoffs. So anyhow, Trish and I will be live from Hooters right across from Keener Plaza today. And again tomorrow from noon until 3. 4 o'clock start today. Now, they've told us a 5 o'clock start tomorrow, but that is obviously dependent upon the other series. And if Milwaukee wraps up their series with Arizona tonight, then that ball game will switch tomorrow at Busch Stadium from 5:07 to either 7:07 or 7:37. You probably already heard about that, so that's cool. President's coming into town today too. Renaissance Grand. I think it's pretty safe assumption that everybody who's planning on seeing that ball game will be safely tucked away, nestled inside of Busch Stadium by the time the president is even driving through. They're going to start closing streets at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So if you're watching this right now and you're still in any sort of position to control your destiny, please do it. So the Yankees lose last night to Detroit 5-4. What a game that was, by the way. Detroit's up 2-1. Texas beat Tampa Bay 4-3. Texas up 2-1. Milwaukee up 2-0 on Arizona. That's a late game, 8:30 in the desert tonight. And, of course, Jaime Garcia against Cole Hamels, two lefties on the mound today. So that's about it. Tony La Russa, 67 years old today. Happy birthday to Tony. Oh, by the way, the gates open up today at 2 o'clock. All right, paper everywhere. In one of the more revealing interviews, I think, ever, by either a motion picture star, celebrity, whatever the case may be, Thomas Jane. This was the guy who played Mickey Mantle in the Billy Crystal HBO production of 61, about 8, 9, 10 years ago, I guess now. And of course, his new series, when I say new, newer, because he's been doing this now, I think this is the third season for Hung on HBO, which isn't a bad little series, not what a lot of people thought it was going to be. Anyhow, Thomas Jane said when he was an 18-year-old kid in Los Angeles trying to make it in show business, he turned a few tricks with guys and then made a couple of very confusing and contradictory statements about sexuality and his own sexuality. So Thomas Jane, who was married for a long time to Patty Arquette, Patricia Arquette, I think, yeah, that's... Oh, you wonder why things go wrong in marriages. Jenna Fisher from right here in St. Louis, Webster Groves. Pam from The Office gave birth to a baby boy on September 24th, which just happened to be my birthday. Next time I talk to her, I will bring that up. Don LaPrey. This is the guy, the infomercial king. Remember this guy? You'd turn on the TV, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and this guy would be telling you how you could make, millions and millions of dollars, the greatest vitamin in the world. He also had a scheme involving newspaper classified ads. That was what pretty much launched his career. They say that he defrauded 220,000 people out of nearly $52 million. He was in jail waiting for his trial to begin today, and this was in Arizona, and on Sunday morning he died of an apparent suicide. They said there was blood all over the place. So he pretty much saw the end coming, so he decided to go out on his own terms. I'm fine with that. There's a rumor going around Madonna is going to be the halftime entertainment at the Super Bowl. She almost did it twice, in 98 and 2000, but the negotiations broke down both times. NFL will not confirm or deny it, which tells me it's either a done deal or they're in the middle of negotiations. So the last 7 Super Bowl headliners have been Black Eyed Peas, The Who, Springsteen, Tom Petty, Prince, Rolling Stones, and Paul McCartney. How about this dumbass Hank Williams Jr.? Say what you want about the President of the United States. Say what you want. I didn't like George Bush. Not thrilled with Obama. People always ask me, well, what do you think of Obama? I go, I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know how good a president he might have been because he just ran into this buzzsaw with the Republicans just grinding their heels in and saying, the black kid doesn't play here. That's it. We're grinding in our heels. Whatever you say, even things we're in favor of, we're voting no on. And the whole country is in gridlock, and that's pretty much that. So say what you want about the President of the United States. Hank Williams Jr. had this great gig doing the opening music for Monday Night Football for the last, oh my God, what is it now, 15 years? Goes on Fox and Friends yesterday, of course. That's where you make comments like this, where you compare the President of the United States to Hitler. Dumbass. And ESPN said, boop, pulled the plug. I have mixed emotions about that too. I don't think just because you say something controversial, you should have your plug pulled. But I think it would have been fun to have him have just all the ABC switchboards for all the affiliates all over the country just light up on Monday night. That would have been more fun. Today is a made-up holiday called Improve Your Office Day. So Staples ran a survey asking people what they would most want to improve at their offices. Eliminating office politics was number 1. Allowing telecommuting came in second. A high school senior in Michigan who's the first and only girl on the school's varsity football team. So on Friday night, she won the homecoming queen spot at halftime, and then the second half, with the team losing by a point, was called in to kick a 31-yard field goal, and she made it, and they won the game. Now there's a movie. Come on, Disney people, there's a movie. According to a new survey by Hilton, 69% of Americans now have a bucket list, things they want to do before they die. Number one is travel to a specific location. That's followed by achieving a professional goal, want to build a volunteer cause for some sort of charity work, go to a concert, stuff like that. Yankee beer vendor received a multi-game ban for wising off to a Red Sox pitcher during their series at Yankee Stadium. If this guy's not careful, I don't know. I think the Yankees fans could end up getting a reputation for being obnoxious loudmouths. They better be careful. All right, Cards and Phillies 4:07 today on TBS. Glee tonight, Donnie Most. Ralph Mal from Happy Days, who I didn't even know was still in show business, is going to guest as something. Who cares? All right, JC's Eye Candy today. One of the more random entries we've ever had in this slot. It's a to-do list handwritten by Johnny Cash. It's just like one of those pieces of paper. Well, you can look at it right below here, but it's in Johnny Cash's own handwriting. and it's his to-do list. It just recently went up for auction, and it's hilarious, by the way. So check that out on iCandy. It's right below what you're looking at right now. All right, Trish and I live from Hooters today and tomorrow, noon till 3, prior to the Cardinal games. We hope to see you out there. And our rock and roll poll question, what's your take on the Amanda Knox verdict? Right over there in the corner, please answer. When you get a chance, we'll have results for you tomorrow on the Daily Dose and on the Big 550 KTRS from noon until 3. Go Cards, got my red shirt on the way down to Hooters. In the meantime, that's it. The Daily Dose for Tuesday, October 4th, 2011. We live in exciting times. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.